Hello, I'm not Ashens and this is not his sofa. I have, however, I'm someone who likes pretty lights, and I've got this just through the post today, and that's my incredibly long-winded unboxing. You get these from China. I buy a lot of them. I use them a lot because they're very cheap, and you stick them in lamps and make nice interesting effects. Some of which, if you look at some of my other videos, you can see. And every other day I order something like this, and every other day something arrives. And you get them in these boxes, and it's kind of funny because, if you can see, there's a type of light on this side, a type of light on that side, another type of light on this side, and they stick them in these boxes and they tick the top as to which one it is because they're lazy and they don't want to make lots of different boxes, and they're so lazy on this one that they actually haven't bothered to tick the top, because that's just, that's just far too much effort and time and money to do that. So they've just done it like this. And if I open it on the inside, you will hopefully, yes, get the one I actually ordered. Now, I was curious about this one. Oop, rattly top. That needs screwing in a bit better. I was curious about this one because of the fact that not only does it do, you may be familiar with these, they've got these rotating caps. These very back. Let me bloody screwdriver, hold on. Right. I'll be using this in a minute, I don't want the top falling off. There we go. Right, yeah, the top rotates. It's got a red, green and blue normally, light underneath, and it makes pretty patterns. They're quite common. Cheap, and this one has a ring of white LEDs on the outside, so that you can use it as a normal light bulb as well as using it as a party light bulb. But what I don't get is how do you go from one to the other, because if you look at it, I don't know, no, there you go. Oh gosh, right, there you go. Yeah, if you look at it, there's no switch, doesn't come with a remote. So, and there's no instructions on the site or on the box, obviously, because it's a generic box. And it doesn't say how do you change from party light to just normal light bulb. And it would be rather annoying if it does both. So I just bought it because I'm curious. I just don't know how this one works. I've not seen this type before, and I was curious to know, how do you do it? How do you change from one to the other? So I guess the thing is to stick it into my uplighter and find out. So just a moment. And there it is in my very dusty uplighter. And if I now do this, there it is in a nice white light. Let's just dim that a bit. Oh, a white light with blue bits in it, which is showing up on the camera but not in real life. I'm not quite sure why that is. Never mind, there you go. Produces a nice white light. It's not rotating, which I was curious about. Just sitting still, and I still don't know how to change it from the white light to the dark, but I've got a theory. And there you go. Right, and that produces this effect, which is quite pleasing. Disco, and a little bit of a noise going on, but not too bad. I mean, if you were playing music you wouldn't notice. So yeah, that's okay. Quite a nice effect on that look, actually, isn't it? Put these inside lampshades, they're quite interesting. You put them inside a globe lamp, you can imagine it looks quite spacey wacy. Very sort of 1970s vision of the future. So I use them for this sort of thing, and the lighting that I use, I'm quite familiar with these things. I normally calm it down a bit from that, because that's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah. Anywho, there you go, and presumably if I do this again, yep, goes back to that again. So there you go, that's not bad. And that was only about, I don't know, about £3-4 I think. I just bought it just out of curiosity, because I had no idea how it was meant to work. So now I know. I'm not sure if I'll find a use for it, but hey, now I own another one. Yay! That'll go on the pile in the corner.